All right, we're going to get started right here. Thank you for joining the podcast, listening, hitting play. Appreciate you wherever you are, whatever you're doing. If you're listening on a podcast app, please hit that plus sign, subscribe, follow, whatever it is. We'd appreciate that. Bob and I would appreciate that. If you're listening, if you want to watch, you could go to YouTube, Mike Herrera video, YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube. I would appreciate that. Let's get going. MxPx.com for merch, hoodies, vinyl. We've got show tickets. We were just on the East Coast. Thank you, everybody that made it out for that. I appreciate you. It means the world to us. Coming up April 11th in Denver, Colorado, we will be at Mission Ballroom. It's going to be an epic show. MxPx, Goldfinger, Zebrahead, and Homegrown. Amazing bands. So much energy. You got to take a nap during the day before you get there because it is going to be an intense night. I'm looking forward to that. I'm really psyched up for it. So MxPx.com for tickets. Of course, we're going to be on all the Warp Tours this summer and into the fall. That's Washington, D.C. again. We'll be in Long Beach, California, Orlando, Florida. We'll be in Mexico City. We'll be in Montreal. That's not the order it goes in, but we'll be at all those places. We're also going to be in Milan, Italy at Punkadeca Festival, September 5th. So come see us there if you're in Europe. That's the only European show we're going to do. And we're just getting the ball rolling. It's going to be a crazy summer. New album is in the works. Still working on it. To be honest, when we do these shows, a lot of the work isn't being done because we're here. We're doing the live shows, but we're going to get it done. Don't worry. If you subscribe to the podcast, we'll get it done even faster. Believe me, it'll happen. Let's get to it. Boom.
What up, Mike? It's your boy Joe from St. Pete, Florida again. Just calling to congratulate you on the Seahawks winning Super Bowl. That's enough sports talk. I know you're over it, but I know it's exciting, and congratulations. This is Monday, so Saturday I just saw...
I'm going to pause you for 1 second. Joe, I am not over it. You can call in about the Seahawks every time. I'll put you on. I love it. Thank you, my friend. So excited. I know everybody. I was talking to Charlie Goldfinger, the guitar player, Charlie Paulson. He was like, we were talking to my buddy, that was at the show in Dallas, and he used to play for the Seahawks. Anyway, he was telling, Charlie was like, that game was so boring, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm looking at my boy, Clint. I'm like, Clint, I loved that game. I was psyched the whole time because we were winning. We were doing well. We were just absolutely flawless. And Clint Gresham, by the way, shout out. He was like, yeah, dude, it was so much fun. It was so fun. So Clint was actually on the Seahawks team the first time the Seahawks won the Super Bowl in 2013. So shout out to Clint Gresham. Love what he does. He's a great dude. And he was a long snapper for the Seattle Seahawks. And he's got some great stories. So anyway, that's a thing. And so you never have to apologize for calling in and talking about my Seahawks because I could do it all day. Now, we might be losing listeners every time that happens. And that's all right with me too. I don't care. Let's go. All right. What else?
You guys play at Jannus and with Goldfinger, and that was pretty awesome to see you guys live for the first time. Also to watch the other bands play, even Sullivan, which I've never even heard of. Those guys are pretty awesome. Got some good video of them doing the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, and the raft and the crowd surfing and with Zebrahead, that was pretty awesome. And just, the whole vibe, the whole night was pretty amazing, and got some really good pictures and audio, video, and even posted some on the MxPx fan page. But just wanted to call and say the show was awesome, and congratulations on the Super Bowl win, and looking forward to the new music coming out this summer, or whatever time of year the new MxPx music comes out. Looking forward to getting the new vinyl and whatnot, and Just wanted to call, say hello. Show was awesome on Saturday. Super exciting, and I guess I'll talk to you soon. All right, have a good one.
Thanks for calling in, Joe. Like I said, anytime you want to talk Seahawks, I'm game. All good. Thanks for coming out to Jannus Landing. It was so much fun. Great. It was great to be back in that spot because MxPx has played there so many times. So I got to go, with Goldfinger and check it out again. They've done a good job with it, keeping it up, or whatever changes they've made over the years, maintaining the place. They've done a good job because it's in good shape. Had a great time, man. It was just so much fun just getting to hang out. Unwritten Law was there as well. Those guys have a good time, and it's always fun to be with them. But yeah, Zebrahead, they have a great live show. It is so intense. You'll see it if you're coming to the Denver show. They do like a bar on the side of the stage. A lot of bands do bars, but they do a great job at it. And they have like their guys go out and do crowd surfing on inflatable rafts. So yeah, inflatable punk rock rafts. It's so much fun. Sometimes they even they'll have an inflatable pizza that goes out there and floats around. I'm just so tempted to eat that thing though, to like just take a big bite. Arr, arr. All right, man. Zebrahead has a new song out, "Burn, Burn, Burn," just released last week, and I've added it to my music library. I hope you can do the same if you're a fan of Zebrahead. Burn, burn, burn. It's like it's very much in line with what they do, kind of this heavy, catchy, poppy, heavy thing. So congratulations, Zebrahead. Shout out, Ben. Our thoughts are with you. I know you're doing well. I know you're recovering well. So Ben had a little snafu. He had an issue with his heart attack. He was attacked by his heart, but he's doing well. He's doing better. He's the bass player, so my heart goes out to you. Solidarity with bass players. Much love, Ben. I love what Zebrahead does. They're good friends of mine. I've toured with them in the past, and they've continued to be great people, continued to be quality, great people that I love to hang out with. I love to see. Yeah. And sullvn, yeah, I'm just kind of getting to know those guys, and the band themselves are such sweethearts. Everybody that's with them is really cool. I really appreciate just getting to meet new musicians. They're not new. They've been they're musicians. The band is very good. They're very much seasoned musicians, and that's probably why he liked them so much. Is because like they seem like they've come out of nowhere because they just put out their first album, but it's a new band, but with people that have been doing music for a long time. There you go. That's what it is. I don't know a ton about them, but I'm liking what I see. That's what I'm saying. It's not for everybody. It's very chill. It's a little more adult type music. I guess I could say that. I don't know, because it's not super punk. It's very well done. It's very like together, and there's keyboards and stuff like that. So that's why I kind of call it adult, right? When there's keyboards involved and pianos. But yeah, man. Thanks for coming out, Joe. Appreciate it. Shout out to the Seahawks, making some moves in the offseason. We're losing a few players, but we're probably gaining some players. So I won't go further into the Seahawks thing yet. We'll come back around to that in a few months, all right? All right. Next up, let's listen to another voicemail. Here we go.
Yeah, hey, Mike. This is Dave in Nebraska near Omaha. Hey, I love the show. Love all the music, of course. Question for you guys, and I meant to call in a while ago, but what do you think of the new Yellowcard album? I think that their kind of resurgence reminds me of you guys a few years back with Self-Titled. But, I mean, I think it's awesome. They're doing a big tour and all that. Yeah, curious to hear your thoughts on that album and kind of how their story has evolved recently. So, all right, man, take care. Bye.
All right, thanks for the call. Appreciate it, Dave. Omaha, Nebraska in the house. What's up? So let's talk about Yellowcard. You know, we actually played with Yellowcard for the first time. I want to say it was Riverside or Bakersfield, California, somewhere east of LA. And this was before they were big. This was like they were just kind of starting out and getting that buzz. They were catching a buzz because they have a violin, a punk band with a violin player in the band. You know, it was like this this weird mashup of different styles. And so, you know, honestly, that really helped them a lot. It really kind of set them apart from a lot of bands when they started out. Now that they've gone away and they've come back, they got a new album. Is it out? Is the whole album out? I wasn't sure. I mean, I had heard their first 2 singles, and you know, I figured it was going to be a long time before the album was out, because that's how corporate big labels do it. You know, they'll put out a single, they'll put out another single, put out another. You know, you've got 5, 6 songs out on the album, then they finally put out the album. But the first song I heard, Better Days, was it called? Better Days? I didn't look it up. I didn't pull it up, but I remember listening to that, and it took me a minute, but I took a few listens, and I was like, this sounds good. It's got this like interesting kind of like technical riff to it. This sounds all right. That's like some ear candy. But to be honest, like I was like, okay, for a new song, this might be one of their best songs. It might be one of their best songs, because I always felt like they had a handful of good songs, but for the most part, I just didn't know any of them. I didn't know the songs. They weren't hitting me back with oh, I've heard that before. Like I just didn't recognize any of their songs. But of course, I know their hit songs. I know Ocean Avenue, great song, and this new song, Better Days, it has something good to it. It has the right amount of nostalgia. It has a perfect sound for Yellowcard, like what they sound like. And it's got some modern vibes to it. So I'm going to go ahead and give Yellowcard a thumbs up, where you almost don't know what to think, because it's so corporate and it feels fake. You know, it feels like a fake comeback. But honestly, those dudes probably have all of the best intentions. So I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna give them those best intentions, because, like I said, Better Days sounded really great. It was a really cool song. Their second single was something about pictures or a diary or something, like pictures on your wall or something. And I thought that was also a pretty good song. It was cool. So I haven't heard any of the rest of the songs really, but I'll have to look and see if the full album's out now. Apparently it is. So congrats, everybody that likes Yellowcard. Cheers to you. I hope the best for them, and I hope they do well. I guess, you know, what you're talking about, they had a comeback like with Self-Titled. A little different, because we definitely had waited a long time to put out a record. Not waited, it just took us a long time to make another album, and then that was Self-Titled. And we had been on this sort of epic run, selling more and more tickets, selling out shows, going to more and more places. And I think with Yellowcard, it was more like they got together, they started working on a new song, or new songs, and put out the new material, and then started going on tour, and then buzz happened because of that. So there's more than one way to skin a cat. You know, you can make things happen this way, that way. In their case, they did a great job. They wrote a good first single, and really that's literally all it takes. Just write a couple great songs that people can really latch onto and get their hooks into, and you're going to do well. So I hope, you know, that being said, I hope everybody can get their hooks into a song or two on the new album when it comes out, the new MxPx album. All right. Appreciate that call, Dave. Let's get to the next one.
I would like to join Naked and Afraid if this is the right line. And I would like to be out in the jungle. And I would like to get to be the first one and complete the 30 days. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Is this a prank call? Let me play that one more time. I think she said something about Naked and Afraid. Here we go.
I would like to join Naked and Afraid if this is the right line. And I would like to be out in the jungle. And I would like to get to be the first one.
Okay, so she wants to be on Naked and Afraid and is hoping that this is the right line. Well, sorry, lady, young lady, not the right line. I don't know what happened. Your lines got crossed. Maybe because you listened to my guest, Michael. He was on Naked and Afraid, and that was a couple years ago. And he's from Florida. Are you from Florida? I just hung out with Michael when Goldfinger was down in Florida in Fort Lauderdale. I went with him all around and hung out on the boats and everything. Anyway, I hope you can make it on Naked and Afraid. It would be a crazy experience for you, I'm sure. Would you guys do it? Would anybody do it? Call in. The number is 360-830-6660. Leave me a voicemail. Would you join a reality TV show? And if so, which one would you want to be on? Would you want to be on Naked and Afraid? Just strip down, no clothes, no nothing. Just get out in the wilderness and enjoy that time naked with another person of the opposite sex that probably is also just as freaked out as you are. Or there's like shows like Survivor, not naked, but you're out you're out on an island somewhere, you know, with a group of people. There's Big Brother. I wouldn't say it's more comfortable, but you're indoors most of the time. You're indoors and outdoors, but you're in a house and there's cameras on you at all times. It's like the Truman Show, but it's a game show, a reality game show where you try to last. Anyway, so there's Naked and Afraid, there's Survivor, there's Big Brother, there's a newer show that's pretty popular called Traitors. That's kind of the new thing. And these celebrities and non-celebrities will get together and figure out who's the traitor, it's like one of these murder dinner time kind of shows, dinner theater, right? Anyway, what would you join if you were going to have to be on a reality TV show? I don't know that I would pick Naked and Afraid. I'm just going to go with that. I think I might rather go with a Big Brother. I might rather go with a Survivor. You're going to starve. You're going to be cold. You're going to be wet. You're going to sometimes be somewhat naked, probably. But you don't have to be naked the whole time. Man, what a wild, wild idea. All right, let's move on. Let's do one more, and we'll move on. Here we go.
Hello. I know it's been a while, but I mean, I guess I don't really have an excuse because what else was I going to do besides call into the My Career podcast? That's probably the coolest thing I would have done all day. But anyway, I thought I was at Goldfinger on Saturday in Dallas, and it was one of the coolest shows. Like MxPx and MxPx and Goldfinger are like one of my favorite ones. I was the one in the punk rock bass player shirt, but I just really enjoyed watching you, and I was on your side of the stage, so I thought it was just like awesome to see you play, also with the MxPx bass. Anyway, it was just really cool, and yeah. And my name is Anderson, so I'll probably call in next week, but anyway, thank you.
Anderson, thanks for the call, my man. Thank you for coming out to the show in Dallas. Southside Ballroom was a new experience for us. We hadn't been there yet, but it's the Gilley's Show Complex downtown Dallas. So MxPx has played whatever those, we played a venue there, but it's changed over the years. So now the main venue there is called Southside Ballroom. So we had a great time. So much fun. I always just love, once we get going, I just love playing that bass, because it's so different from the show that I have to do with MxPx. I have to think so much more when MxPx is playing. I have to talk to the audience. I have to do my thing. I have to make sure I'm doing the right set list, and it's a lot. I mean, keeping everybody on track. It's fun, but with Goldfinger, it's a little more of just free-form fun. Just get out there, expend your energy, jump around, play whatever, go around. It is a different kind of thing. So when you see me in Denver, I'm going to be playing with Goldfinger. I know Anderson, I know you won't be there, but I'm just saying whoever sees me in Denver, I'll be with Goldfinger, and then half hour later, boom, back on the stage with MxPx, doing a whole different thing, a whole different show. And that's a challenge for me, but I'm really looking forward to facing that challenge, honestly. Like I'm stoked for it. I know we're going to be at Warped Tour Mexico City together. MxPx is there, but also Goldfinger. I don't know if we're playing on the same day or if it's 2 different days. I'll find that out at some point, but it's going to be wild. This summer is going to be a lot of travel. I know there's a lot going on in the world. I don't want to get into it too much. I'm not ignoring what's happening in the world, but I'm not necessarily going to get into it on this podcast. But there is war happening just about at all times in the world. But right now, we're in something big. So who knows what's going to happen? I try to just keep an open mind and just do what I got to do and make happen what we got to make happen, because, the show must go on. We're there to just, if anything, to support anybody out there that just needs to get out, blow off some steam, have an experience with your family, have an experience with your friends. Like, that is so important to life, is to be able to experience things that are not normal, not part of your normal everyday routine. I didn't really know what I was trying to say here, so I'm a little it's a little sticky what I'm saying, but it's just off the top of my head and heartfelt. I really do try to do what's best for everyone, and it's not always possible, to be honest, but I'm out here. We're out here. We're all in this together. So you're not alone. We'll see you at the shows. If I don't see you at the shows, call in. The number is 360-830-6660. That's 6660 in the end there. And let's embrace each other. Let's come together and not be divided. That's all I got to say. I appreciate you all. Let's get through this. Let's do this. All right. I'll see you this summer. I'll see you this fall. I'll see you this spring very soon. Until next time, until next week, I don't know. We'll see. I appreciate you. Shout out to Bob McKnight. He made some stickers, gave them out at the Charlotte show. I'm filming this right before that happens. So I assume that that's what he did. If that's not what he did, I apologize to you right now. Bob, what did you do? No, he did it. He did it. Bob's good. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate you. Thanks for producing. Thanks for coming out and hanging with the MxPx crew. All right, you guys, until next time,